Drew, we got a veteran crew here. Zach Zarba, crew chief, in his 20th season. Trey Maddox in his 12th, and Leon Wood in his 27th campaign. And we are underway here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse as the Cleveland Cavaliers win the opening tip, rocking their The Land alternate uniforms as Kyle Kuzma is guarding Donovan Mitchell off the top. There's a double team. Mobley to a cutting Okoro. There's outside to Lamar Stevens, who triggers the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, with Lamar Stevens and Okoro, these guys are interchangeable. I mean, just lockdown defenders. They get after it, feisty perimeter players, and you see on that possession, still capable of knocking down outside shots.
Wizards had a couple of days off. Here's an inside feed by Gafford to Porzingis. Wizards beat the Pistons 117-97 back on Tuesday. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, the Philadelphia 76ers came here to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse and beat the Cavs 118-109. Donovan Mitchell.
You want to take away his right hand. I mean, if he can get to that right hand, he will.
Bradley Beal is going to be called for his first foul as Mitchell was triggering a three-point shot. He'll get 3 opportunities at the charity stripe. First team foul in the quarter. All right, it's time now for our over and under presented by FanDuel. Drew, total point score for tonight's game has been set at 220 and a half.
Oh, well, they are the experts, and they see the data. And I was reading the data coming into tonight's ball game. Cleveland, they're going to make it a grind-out game. I mean, this is going to be physical. It's going to be played in a half court. And the way to beat them is causing havoc on the defensive end. You got to get deflections. You got to get steals. You got to force turnovers and run the other way. They are a top defensive rated team, and the way to beat these type of teams is in transition, pushing the pace.
Yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers are an NBA best 20-1, Drew, when they hold opponents under 100. So you got to put pace in the game, but you have to be very mindful of ball security. Can't turn it over tonight.
Yeah, and just to add to that, number 1 in opponent scoring only allowed 106, so that number is even more battle-tested, especially this late in the season.
As Donovan Mitchell has put up some huge numbers in his first year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We told you about that 71 piece he gave the Chicago Bulls in overtime, but he's a guy in the league right now, Drew, 7th in scoring at 27.5, but he's also 12th in the league in steals at 1.5 per game. Mitchell hit all 3 of those free throws. You see the inactives for Washington. We'll get into the Xavier Cook signing a little bit later in the ballgame. He is in D.C. Hopes to make the trip down to Orlando. We take on the Magic next week.
I think at this point of the season, Porzingis, he needs to establish and have a concerted effort, especially when teams want to guard him with smaller defenders. I mean, they have Okoro, Stevens on 2 possessions guarding Porzingis. He needs to make them pay. If Evan Mobley's not guarding you and he's guarding Gafford, go right to the block. He can't keep allowing these smaller perimeter defenders guarding you on a nightly basis, because we've seen a steady diet of just that.
Field to Gafford. Swings it out to Monte Morris, being guarded by Garland. Porzingis for 3 over Stevens.
Yeah, see that possession right there, you're playing into their game plan, their strategy, letting them off the hook.
There's an inside drive by Mitchell. Misses the left-hand layup. Wizards with the rebound. Here's Kuzma behind the back. There's a turnover. Can't do that tonight. Here's Garland. A dump out to Mitchell. Drives. Dumps. Early 17 lead for the Cavaliers.
And you mentioned it. Is this a night that you do not want to turn the ball over, have timely TOs? I mean, it's tonight versus Cavaliers defense. You see it, 3rd most in the NBA, points off of turnovers.
Beal out to Monte, who triggers a 3 and hits.
And
Morris first points of the game.
That will be imperative in Cleveland for this ball game, knocking down outside 3-point attempts when they come.
Mitchell motioning Garland to come get the basketball. High screen and roll action with Mobley. There's a dump off inside to Mobley, who dunks it down. Talking to J.B. Bickerstaff before the game, and he talked about his trajectory, Drew, is only going to get better the more he plays in this league. Think about what he looked like last year to where he is right now. Impressive.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know those who watched the game the other night when Cleveland played against the 76ers. He did an excellent excellent job guarding Joel Embiid. I mean, even though Joel almost had 40, he made it tough. He made it tough for him, and I was highly impressed. But these are the turnovers we mentioned. If you get stuck in these corners, they're going to send two guys at you. You have to get the ball moving and make them rotate.
Beal trying to get downhill on a crossover. Goes to the glass and makes the layup. Bradley Beal's first points. Garland hands it off to Mitchell, who misses.
This is where you can beat them right now in transition before they get set up.
And it's the one team you don't want to see them load up on defense. There's Kuzma, triggers a three. Misses, rebound Stevens. Good hands there by Kuz, trying to get the deflection. Stays with the Cavaliers. Call it. Call a kick. All right, it's time now for our keys to the game. It's brought to you by your local Washington, D.C. GMC dealers. Here's Drew's clues to victory.
I mentioned it. It's going to be pivotal tonight in this contest, pushing the pace. You see the number 2 defensive rated team coming into tonight's ball game. You have to force turnovers and run before they get set up. And then bring the physicality. You're playing a big lineup. Porzingis and Gafford. Take advantage of your size. No Jared Allen. You got Stevens at the power forward position. Take advantage of your height and your physicality.
The officials were actually talking with Bradley Beal because they called him for a foul. Personal foul there on Donovan Mitchell. If that's the case, Drew, he's got 2 fouls.
Yeah. It looks like. Oh, wow. I don't think that's a foul.
Unless that's a trip. JB Bickerstaff is talking to the officials as well, so they have actually taken away that foul. So it's not a foul on Beal. Ball out of bounds. Cavaliers with the possession here. Stevenson's fadeaway jumper.
Yeah, and see, that's where you have to make Stevens pay. On the other end, guarding Porzingis, you can't let him off the hook. Take him to the block.
Here's Beal. Misses. There's Capper with the cleanup.
And that's the benefits of having a big lineup. Porzingis, camping out by that 3-point line, but you still had Daniel Gafford, a big body there to clean that up.
Garland shoots a raindrop over Daniel Gafford. Darius Garland had 15 points Wednesday in that loss to Philly here in Cleveland. Kick out to Porzingis. Puts it on the deck. Gets to the free throw line and hits.
And that's tough. And that's beating Stevens at his own game. That's what he wants you to do. Making you a 7'3" guy, put the ball on the floor to make a pull-up jump shot.
And to go left, too, a 2-dribble pull-up. It's Mobley finding the cutting Stevens. Count the basket and the foul. They'll call that on Daniel Gafford, and Stevens is slow to get up. Like he injured his right wrist.